Did you see the recent video of the rescue of Harrison O'Keene? You may not even know who Harrison is. He was a cook on a tugboat in the Atlantic Ocean that capsized early in 2013, earlier this year. And he survived for 3 days in that capsized boat. Now, wouldn't have survived much longer. I mean, he was only in boxer shorts in cold water, no food, and the pocket of air that was inside the boat was dwindling. I mean, he didn't have a lot of time left. But 3 days after the capsize, 72 hours later, a boat arrives with some divers, and they were basically thinking that the 12 people on board, they were going to be rescuing bodies. Well, they found 11 bodies. But when they found him, they grabbed what they thought was a hand of a dead body, and it ended up being a live one. The hand grabbed him back. And you can hear it on the video. It's incredible of the rescue of this, and the rescuers, the divers, just elated. And one of them, after they got him back safely and give him some water and helping him, you can hear one of the divers say, "You are a survivor." And it's just, the guy is so weak, but he just sighs and gives that weak smile. I mean, he hadn't had food in 3 days and water, really, and sitting in cold water. It was incredible. But it got me to thinking, and as I was reading the story about this, he talked about how he survived on faith, basically, and what he used to survive on faith was. His wife had texted him. One of the last text messages he got from his wife was one where she had texted him Psalm 54, verse 4. It says, "O God, by your name save me. The Lord sustains my life." If that couldn't be any more appropriate for his situation. He said he begged God continuously those 3 days for a miracle, and that's exactly what he got. I mean, he had faith that God would save him, and he continued to have faith through the whole time, and God delivered on that promise. God saved him. This story, reading it, reminds me of one of my favorite verses in the Bible, 2 Corinthians chapter 1, verse 5. It says, "Just as the sufferings of Christ flow over into our lives, so also through Christ our comfort overflows." Think about that. I mean, we all know we've read the stories of Jesus Christ and how he suffered. And it says right there that just as all the sufferings through Christ, those things will overflow into our lives as well. We're going to suffer as Christians. But so also does the comfort overflow. You're not going to get hung out to dry and not get any comfort out of this. And basically there's two things there that it's being said in there. One, God's going to help us through the troubles in our life. I mean, that's exactly what that said. But it's also important for us to learn how to help other people through their troubles as well. It's not just all about receiving in this point. You receive the comforts, you receive the knowledge of how to deal with your troubles, and then you take that and go help someone else who's having similar problems. It's a kind of a way of giving back in a sense, but it's how God wants us to live our lives. The God of all comfort, he spreads the comfort to us and then wants us to continue it on and pass it on. And it's just a great point. The bottom line, yes, life is scary. Your business can be scary at times. Things aren't going to go as planned. We are going to have troubles, but God will be there to help us, to comfort us, to strengthen us, to get us through those troubles, and then more importantly, help us learn how we can help other people. And that's really that's the bottom line, is passing it on. And if you can be a survivor, you can help other people become a survivor as well. Think about the Harrison O'Keene. His story is going to inspire a lot of people to be closer to God. There's no doubt about it. So he's passing it on in a sense. His trials and tribulations and his comfort that he's receiving now as a survivor is going to help a lot of people through their lives as well. So pass it on. Help someone else today. Be a survivor and help someone else be a survivor as well.